we're going to be talking about something kind of wild, kind of wacky today, so settle in. We're going to be looking at the weirdest and worst glitch in Apex. Now, this is a personal experience of mine. A couple nights ago, at this point, it was last night when I'm recording this, but you probably won't see this for a little bit. I was playing Apex at like 12 o'clock at night, morning, whatever, and I loaded into a trios match on Kings Canyon, only to find that there was nothing there, including the dropship as soon as you left it. Now, we had no idea what was going on at first. We were like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe once we start dropping, it'll load in. But no, it didn't load in. As you can see from the background footage, and then once this background footage starts to get a little bit boring, I'm going to play someone else's, and which we're going to talk about because this is actually happening way more than it should, which is kind of why I'm making this video. I'm mostly making this video because I think it was really funny and a really trippy experience, and I wanted to share it with somebody. But we're also going to dive into like what's going on and if there's any word from the devs about it. So just from the background, I don't know if you remember the like whole Easter egg shenanigans that were going on with the firing range way back. I don't even remember when that was. I think that was probably in December. Because that was before the Grand Soiree event, so quite a while back now. There was actually a place where you could glitch out of the firing range and drop down underneath the map, and this is very reminiscent of that, where it's like just copy pasting your player model all over the screen. You can't see anything. Everyone gets stretched out a million times over. I was gonna make a JoJo reference, but it's a little bit of a spoiler, so if you guys know about Requiem, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you don't. I'm not spoiling anything now. That's actually a joke that my teammates and I were making, like this whole thing, because it's so trippy. Like everybody is just all over the screen. Their colors all over the screen. Let me know down below in the comments, has this ever happened to you or your squad? Now, the first instance of this ever happening that I could find, and I looked through a lot of Reddit posts and a lot of Dextero articles and Eurogamer articles and stuff, because I was really trying to like get to the root of this. Like, when did this start? Is this a recent thing or not? And it turns out the first instance of this ever happening was on November 11th of 2019, which is actually the day I created my channel, but that has nothing to do with this video. Just a little factoid for you. This happened to players on World's Edge, and apparently in like that late November, early December period, there were a lot of instances of this happening. Now, this has never happened to me before this. I have roughly 7,000 or so games in Apex, and I've never encountered this before the other night. So it was a really strange experience for me. I've actually seen people who have multiple videos of this happening to them. So I don't know if they're just unlucky or what's going on. I don't know if this is like a late night occurrence. Maybe this only happens when you're up past your bedtime or something, but it's definitely, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the worst bug in Apex. There were a lot of really interesting things though that happened, at least in my experience playing. I think I accidentally fell off the map even though there was no map, like go figure. But there's also like towards the end, I don't know if I'll skip there or not, but you'll see I'm inside the circle and then the ring just like instantly kills me. So there are a lot of bugs going on in this main like overall glitch. Now, the reason that this is happening is just simply the map like as a whole entity doesn't load into the server with you. So this is definitely something that's over on EA's side, because everyone in this server was just kind of like dropped. And then at some point you'll see I pause my game and unpause it, and the entire screen just goes black except for like weird colors and stuff. So I'm no coder or software engineer or video game developer, so I couldn't tell you the exact reason why this is happening. I really have no clue at all. A lot of people that I saw in like articles about it and like Reddit threads and that kind of thing were basically just saying, yeah, like the entity of the map just doesn't load into the game with you. However, the most interesting thing about this to me is that if you fall off the map, when the map is there, there's collision damage and you die. But when the map is there, there is no collision damage, obviously, because all of us are like walking around down here. So I just found that to be a little bit interesting. Now, I can't find any comment on this from the devs Apparently there was a patch pushed out to fix it way back in December, and I guess they kind of did a good job. I don't know. This only seems to be happening on Kings Canyon now. Maybe this is something that's only been happening with Season 5 Kings Canyon. Maybe there's some kind of like glitch in the entity of the map like there was back when World's Edge initially dropped. I don't know, so that's why I'm asking you guys, did this happen to you in Season 4, or is this just like a Season 3 and a Season 5 thing? Because if that's the case, not that it's acceptable, because, you know, there's no map loaded into the game, so, you know, you can't really be like, oh, you know what, it's alright, it's fine. There was no map, no guns, no armor, nothing. Although this did give me the idea, I think it would be fun to have a limited time mode that's only punching. Just like have one big flat area and let everyone punch each other. That'd be kind of sick. Hey guys, Tyler from the future. I was editing this video and I was looking through some EA forums, and apparently back in March of this year, somebody had actually gone onto Answers HQ for EA, which is like their official forum where you can talk about things that are happening or not happening in the game, not loading, whatever, any kind of glitches. And the person also uploaded some images, basically just still images of the videos that I was showing you guys. And one of the devs responded and said, "Hello, I've seen a few reports of this recently. We forwarded it up to the team for a look." So previously in this video, I had said I didn't know if this was like just a Season 3 thing with the introduction of World's Edge and a Season 5 thing with the introduction of the new Kings Canyon. But it turns out that all throughout March and April, this has been happening as well. So this is like a pretty big issue for the dev team. Apparently, I guess they can't figure out how to fix this, or it's just not really a priority for them at the moment. But they have been aware of this for several months. In fact, there, as I mentioned, was a patch in December, I guess to fix World's Edge, but they haven't really done much to fix Kings Canyon. And as I was going through other forums about the same thing, this same guy, EA_Kent, was actually responding to quite a few people saying, "We've seen this a handful of times. I'm passing the details along to the team." The most recent one was actually only 6 days ago when I'm recording this. So this dude has been replying to these comments saying that the devs team is looking at it for literally months. Like since March, so March, April, May, June. He's been saying this for like 4 months, so I don't know if this is like one of those cross-play things where they say they're working on it, but it takes them like 18 months to fix, like if it's that kind of, you know, thing they're working on. But I just wanted to give you some further insight. I myself was actually very curious about whether or not the devs were looking into this. So I figured, you know, I'd let you guys know as well. That's going to be it for this video, though, guys. I really appreciate you checking it out. If you've stayed this long, thank you so much. It'd really help out the video if you hit the like button on your way out. And if you're not already part of the club, you can join it by hitting the red subscription button right underneath this video and turn on the bell notifications so that you never miss any of these awesome news updates, commentaries, gameplays, anything like that. You don't want to miss out. So again, thank you all so much for watching this video, and until next time, guys, take it easy.